dirty behavior. Dirty behavior, dirty behavior. Hey, hey, hey. Dirty behavior, dirty behavior. Whoa. Dirty behavior, dirty behavior. Yeah, dirty like we. No. Job in the evening, all flags in this fete, we will merge as one. Job in the morning, we start the vibe, same time we shut it down. Boom, bucket up in, bucket of mud, up in the air, up there. Boom, we coming down, we coming strong, one of the air. Oh, yeah. We have enough gal, enough rum.
This is Diva DVine, and I'm here with the man himself. One voice, that's right. One voice. So, you know, as a matter of fact, you know, how does that feel when people, because you are a talent within yourself. And I know that, of course, many people still to this day confuse you and say, oh my God, voice, I thought you're the one who sings, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
How do you kind of work with that?
Actually, I find it as an opportunity to introduce myself to the people who might not know who's one voice or who was the young voice, you understand? So when people come up to me and say, yo, voice, I thought you sing Far From Finish or Cheers to Life, I say, nah, I feel a voice or live in Trinidad. I'm one voice and my songs are based on dirty behavior, and that's when they be like, oh yeah, yo, I really like that song, and yo, you know, so it is always an opportunity to me to share the differences between me and the other voice, to just clear the air, and also for me to introduce myself to people who might not know myself.
Right.
So some of them might say, okay, well, I don't know, you know, I know the other voice, you know, who sing those songs, and then I'll introduce myself to them and I'll tell them, yeah, you know, I'll go check out my music and so forth. But majority of the people that have come up to me and said that they know me and they also know the other voice. So I take it in a positive way and always try to make it positive.
Have you ever actually met voice?
Yeah.
Real humble you, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Real humble you.
Cool. So he just called me voice, I just call him voice. Because everybody just call me voice still.
And wow.
So when he hear me, I'll be like, yo, voice, what going on?
Right.
You understand? I like, yo, voice, what going on? You understand? So we good, man, and you know, like we all trying to do the same thing and push the culture, push the music. So the little difference that we have, you know, as far as the little confusion between the names, that's
not really confusing to you guys.
Nah.
It's more so an issue with other people rather than you guys.
Right.
You guys are good.
Yeah, we straight. I've definitely been writing my own music since 2009, since the start of my career. I found myself to be a good writer, even though I've come across a lot of other writers, and you know, I'll be grateful to work with them. But every time I sit down to write music, I'm like, nah, I good.
Right.
I don't need nobody else to write for me. So it's a blessing to have a talent to write and to also sing my own music. But when it comes to production, I can't produce my own music. So I always go to the producers, but I always go to them with the ideas that I have. I always go to them with the kind of vibes, with that little rhythm in my head already. And it's their job to try to get that rhythm out of my head and try to put it to the music. And for me to put the lyrics to. So I work with many producers, work with Mastermind, I've worked with Attic Studios, big up to Future and Ronnie. I've worked with a lot of, I've worked with Precision Productions in Trinidad. And also this year, I started working with some fellas called Brook Brothers. And they weren't even into the soca, they was more into like the Afro beats and hip hop and R&B, but they are West Indian, they're from Jamaica and from Haiti. So they decided that they just wanted to jump into the soca because they love it. They love it a lot. And,
the energy, the positivity.
Yeah, they love it. Yeah. So they met up with me and I met them in a weird way, and from that day going forward, like I went to the studio, they had some wicked rhythms, wicked beats. They produced a track called Up the Road for me last year. Okay. And I've also worked with Wildfire.
Right.
You know, Wildfire, he's a talented individual as well. Right, production as well, and you know, I'm working with these two guys right now. I'm working with Wildfire, I'm working with Brook Brothers on my new releases, and also they just produced my last release, Summer Wine.
Right, now I know you're about to start, actually today in Washington DC, Baltimore, you are starting your summer wine tour.
Yeah,
now I wonder when it comes to, because you are from New York, but you have Trini roots.
Yes, and my entire family from Trinidad.
And I wonder if that's a challenge for you in the soca industry. I know so basically what I'm saying is many people call us expatriates that basically live outside of the Caribbean, especially outside of Trinidad.
Right.
How is that for you, being born and bred in, bred in the New York area, to break into soca, become this soca artist? Do you find that people are not as accepting of you? Or it seems as though when you go to Trinidad and all these different islands, everyone is like, all the artists are bringing you in, but what is it like for you really out there as an artist from America in a soca industry?
I see it as a blessing. When I initially started my career, everybody used to say, nah, well, you ain't living in Trinidad, so they ain't gonna pay you that respect. But it's nothing about that anymore. Now it's about, you just need a big song. You just need to work hard and have a good song. And it don't matter where you live, it don't matter where you're born. Soca taking in. And once you have that hit song, you book worldwide. So me, as an artist living in Brooklyn, I find it to be like best of both worlds, because I can fly to Trinidad at any point in time. Do my promotion, do my shows, and then fly back to New York without having to go through the trouble of visas and needing a work permit.
Right. So you're good in that aspect.
Yeah, and then on top of that, in the US, they have so many carnivals in the US. So I am booked year round.
Right, and I noticed that, so that's why I'm wondering how, that's one thing that I also wonder. It is so difficult for many artists in soca, unless you make it to Trinidad and your music is actually recognized. There are many artists all over the Caribbean that have good music, but unless they are a hit in Trinidad, they don't make it. So how is it that you, being from the US, being bred in New York, gets to have this hot career moment going on? Is it that you have this drive because you do manage yourself? Do you think that because of your managerial skills that helps you?
I think it's that. I think it's also of me. Before I became an artist, I used to look at what the artism used to do, and I decided that when I wanted to be an artist, I wanted to do something a little different or be just as good. So when I initially came out, I came out with dancers. I said, as a new artist coming to the stage, I just can't be the regular artist. I had to do something else that would catch promoters' eyes. So I used to come on stage when I had jumper cable. I came on stage with jumper cables. Everything for me was like a presentation. So I came up with dancers, came up with jumper cables, and did music videos for all my initial songs. So everybody used to say like, wow, this guy is from Brooklyn, New York, and representing Trinidad. And then also, my first song, I made it to Soca Monarch semifinals in Trinidad. With my first song. So that right there was a break for me. It was like, wow, this is from Brooklyn. With the first song, make it to Soca Monarch semifinals in Trinidad. As soon as I come back to New York, it was like, wow, like, yo, I need to support this artist, I need to help this artist. And since then, I've just been trying to work to that goal of trying to break into, the Trinidad music market, and I got my big break in Trinidad in 2014 when I released Bass. And from
oh my gosh, one of our favorites.
Yeah, so from there it was like my music was, it started to travel, to different places around the Caribbean and around the world, and I just kept motivated and kept doing what I've been doing since day one. And honestly, I tell everybody, it don't matter where you're from, it don't matter if you are a Asian born in the Bronx, it don't matter. You sing soca music, once you have a good song and you dedicate it in, don't worry, your time will come where the Asians and they will support you when that time comes. So for me, it don't matter. The Brooklyn have my back, and Trinidad have my back, and the whole Caribbean have my back. So I am just have to just continue doing what I'm doing since I started.
Basically. And I definitely want to say thank you so much for what you do, because I know that you put a lot of work into it. One of the things that I tell, especially new artists, when they come to me and they say, oh my God, I want to make music. Of course, I've reached out to you a few times. And it's because I know that you are actually really welcoming
Yeah.
of helping new artists.
Yeah.
That does not mean that you're ready to run out here and open up your own studio,
Yeah.
but if you can recognize talent and you do work with
Definitely.
people. So I do want to congratulate you
Yeah.
on really spearheading your own career, but also taking the time to help out other people.
Yeah.
I know like Summer Wine Tour is coming up right now.
Yeah.
We're in Baltimore
Right.
here for Daylight the event. You're gonna be performing tonight.
Yeah.
And are you gonna be singing Summer Wine to the
Oh,
crowd?
definitely. Summer Wine is a song I just released about a month ago. And you know, it's summertime. You know, the weather's nice out here
Right.
in summertime, and you know, ladies, they like to come out and wine in the summer. In the winter time, most of them hiding inside.
I was just
cold
about
and
to say,
stuff.
I think they wine year round. though,
Yeah,
no?
but sometimes if you can check it for the summer, sometimes you
Yes,
see some
it's
people
a-
come
yeah.
outside, we ain't see them all winter, and
And they
summer
break
break,
out.
at summer break,
Yeah.
they're outside, they winding up a storm. So it's summer is one of my favorite times of the year,
Right.
especially
I
living
can
in New York.
imagine as a
New York
man,
is-
especially.
Yeah, New York is
Yeah,
that
not just
cold.
because you live in New York. but
Yeah,
as a man.
right. And I'm born in the summer. My birthday is actually on July 27th, so my birthday is coming up this month as well.
Wow,
So
actually,
as a summer
one of my
baby-
managers, her birthday is around that very
Yeah,
same period.
so I'm a
Nice.
summer baby, and you know, Summer Wine is also produced by Brooke Bubbles, and it's a song where just ladies, you know, just enjoy the summer and break loose, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm definitely going to be performing that tonight, and hopefully, you know, the people them they take it in and they like it, and we'll see how it goes. But Summer Wine Tour starts here, and I'll be traveling around the world for the next week. And I'll
Like
be
you
pushing
leave
the
from
song.
here to go to Miami.
Yeah, from here straight to Miami. From Miami, I'm going to Cayman Islands. Then I'm going to Honduras. Then to Belize. Making a vacation stop in Mexico. Chill out, get some rest, and then
Cozumel?
yeah, Cozumel.
Do you
Yeah.
scuba dive?
Actually, no, I don't take them kind of risks. I don't take them. I don't take
I'm
them
sorry,
kind of
what
risks.
is that about?
I ain't jumping off or nothing. I ain't going to no
No,
deep
no,
bodies or
scuba
water.
dive. No, oh my
I ain't
God.
going down there. That's with the fishes and the sharks.
Oh my
I-
gosh, you have to try it. It's a beautiful
Nah, I get it.
experience. And if you go to Mexico,
Yeah.
oh God, you
Yeah.
can try a little thing.
I think I'm
try a
on
little
it.
thing.
Yeah, so
But yeah. So
that-
tell people
yeah.
where can they follow One Voice? Because I know you still have some pages that say Young Voice, but you're
Yeah.
no longer really active on Young Voice.
Actually not. The only reason that my Facebook is still under Young Voice because Facebook is not allowing me to change that name right
I
now.
have had that very same
And
experience.
I don't know, and I don't want to cut off the page and then start a new one because
Right.
I have a lot of people that still follow me on Facebook that still use it as a you know, a promotion vehicle for
Yeah,
my music
I
and
use
stuff
it.
like that. So you can find me on Instagram. That's at ONE_VO1CE. So that's one_VO1CE. Facebook still under Young Voice. Email if you wanna, you know, send me rhythms or you know dub plates, anything like that, bookings. You can email me at onevoiceofsoca@gmail.com, and I'm very easy to find. And also I have a booking agent. I don't have a manager, but I do have a booking agent, so he handles majority of my bookings. So if you go on my Instagram page, you will see his name and contact information is also in the info portion of my Instagram. So look me out and check me out on YouTube. Anything One Voice Soca or Young Voice Soca, all my music and videos and performances out there.
Oh, I appreciate you sitting here with me.
I appreciate you having me here, and it's a blessing. Every time I come here, you know, and it's a blessing to be around you guys, and you know, come to Ablazin radio station, and
Thank
you're always welcome. You know, always got these snacks and everything, always lay out there for the artists. So it's a blessing to always be on this side, the DMV area. And like I said, I started my summer tour right here, and it's been off to a great start right now.
Thank
So,
you.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you. Keep up the good work.
I will.
And we look forward to seeing more from One Voice.
Well, just
Big up yourself.
big things coming. Much
One
love.
Voice.
Much love. Yeah.
Dirty behavior, oh, dirty behavior, dirty behavior.